Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So sorry if my voice is a little fucked up. I'm a little sick right now. I think I sound pretty much the same right now. It's still in its early stages. But yeah, my upload schedule might be a little bit here and there because I don't feel very good. But I'm going to try my best to keep pushing along for you guys. I also hope you had a good Halloween. I hope it was fun. If you're still at that age where you trick or treat, I hope you got candy. If you don't trick or treat and you went to a party or something, hope you had fun. If you just sat inside all day and watched scary movies and did nothing like me, I hope you had fun as well, because I did. Anyway, guys, let's jump into today's story time. So today's story time all takes place in ninth grade. This was literally my first month at my high school. I was very much nervous. I was very much, scared of being a high schooler. And, just being a freshman in general, I was just nervous. And, it was a scary thing. But honestly, I was doing pretty good. And I had this friend that I made pretty early on into the year. Let's just call this friend Patrick, okay? Patrick was a cool dude. I met him in my history class. He was a nice guy. But Patrick didn't really give a fuck about getting in trouble. That was the one problem with Patrick. He would just do things all the time that would get him in trouble and get me in trouble sometimes. And he had no remorse for it. So one day I walk into school very early morning, 7 a.m. I'm real tired. I'm at my locker, half dead, getting some folders out of my backpack, getting ready for first period. And Patrick runs up to me. And he's like, yo, Austin, yo. I was like, what's up, dude? He's like, bro, you want to see something funny? Now, that usually meant two things with Patrick. Either it'd be something funny or something fucked up and weird. And I was like, what is it? He's like, I brought it to school. I was like, what do you mean you brought it to school? What'd you bring to school? He goes, come to my locker real quick. So I follow him to his locker, very, very, nervously. We get to his locker, and another friend of ours is waiting there as well. This friend, Justin. He's like, yo, what's up, man? Patrick tell you about what he's got? I was like, no. He's like, oh, he told me. I was like, what is it? He's like, just wait. You're going to think it's crazy. And Patrick proceeds to open his locker, and then I hear something come out of his backpack. It sounded like a weeping sound. It literally sounded like a high-pitched squeaking sound, right? And I was like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, just wait. And he slowly starts to unzip his backpack, and what I see sitting in his backpack when he opens it, to this day, fucking dumbfounds me. He opened his backpack, and I shit you not, he had a raccoon in his backpack. A baby raccoon just sitting in his backpack, looking up at me when he opened it, and weeping and squeaking and shit. And I was like, Patrick, why the fuck do you have a raccoon? He's like, bro, I found it outside when I was walking in. I picked it up. I'm like, bro, you shouldn't touch or pick up wild animals off the side of the street. What kind of Jeffrey Dahmer shit is this? And he's like, dude, it's a baby, bro. I can train it and make it grow up and be domesticated. I was like, dude, it's probably scared and crying because it doesn't have its mom, and you probably stole it from its mom. It was probably sitting out there waiting for its mom to come back, and you stole it. He's like, come on, bro, isn't this cool? I was like, dude, yeah, raccoons are cool, but you shouldn't take them and bring them into school. That's a whole other problem. And then one of our other friends notices us piled around the locker and walks over and sees this raccoon, and he literally yells. He goes, is there a fucking raccoon in your locker? And other people hear this and start piling around until we have 7 or 8 people trying to get a peek into this locker, into this backpack to see this baby raccoon. And sure enough, when this happens, it brings a lot of attention to us, and teachers start seeing this. And of course, a teacher walks over and goes, what's going on over here? And she peeks over and sees this thing. And within a second of her seeing it, she starts screaming. She's like, oh my God, who brought this in? Whose locker is this? And she's like, Austin, is this you? I was like, no, it's not me. She goes, who is it? And I look at Patrick, and he looks at me, and Patrick goes, it's my locker. And she goes, come with me right now and bring that backpack. So Patrick zips up the backpack with the raccoon in it and takes him upstairs to the main office with the teacher. Now, after this, I didn't see or hear from Patrick for quite a while, literally a couple weeks. He didn't come back to school that day. He was gone after that. I didn't see him for the rest of the day. He wasn't in my history class, so I was pretty worried about him, right? I tried texting him, tried messaging him on social media, nothing. Well, 2 weeks later, I get a message on Facebook. It says, hey man, sorry, I've been grounded, my phone got taken. I just got it back today, but I'm still kicked out of school for another 2 weeks. So yeah, dude, this guy got suspended for an entire month from school for bringing a baby raccoon to his locker. And when he came back, he wasn't allowed to have a backpack anymore. His parents bought him this see-through fanny pack thing. It didn't even fit folders in it. So he had to crumble his papers up to fit them. And yeah, needless to say, I think Patrick learned his lesson, and he didn't bring any wild animals to school after this. But you know, after this, I learned a valuable lesson. Just kidding, I already knew this valuable lesson. You don't pick up wild raccoons or any wild animals off the side of the road and bring them into school. Moral of the story is, don't bring wild animals into school. That simple. But yeah, guys, I just thought this was kind of a funny little story time I want to tell on this channel. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
It's on you, don't know why, losing sleep at night, I don't feel alright, losing sight, thinking about my life, I don't think it's right, think that I'm used to this life.